stay to witness this because I should be through the place. And so difficult to call, as Colin was saying. You've got the experience of Szymański and Joseph and Trajkovic. Trajkovic is the slowest of the season's best in the field, actually. Don't think he's going to come last. So, what about the new names? What about the new people like Sam Bennett? Joseph, we know, is so good. We haven't got the Frenchman in here, Mathy, who France expects, but they've also got Pedre in this as well. New name. I mean, France could have probably had 6 or 7 people, if they were all fit, capable of winning a gold medal, or certainly challenging for a medal. 2 or 3 of them not fit, the bigger names. Thomas Wilkes will be going for them in this, so 3 Frenchmen. Let's just begin, and then I'm going to bring Colin in and again just try and give us an idea of what might happen here. What about Enzo Diesel, born in Argentina, now representing Austria, and then this is Thomas Wilkes. Big surprise of the season, come down from 13.48 to 13.27. Then Szymański, European indoor champion, world indoor champion, winning in front of his home crowd in Torun earlier this year. Will he be quick enough here, smooth enough? Mathy similarly has the talent, has the ability, but you've got to produce it when it matters, with everything around you happening. And speaking of which, the one who was most impressive, Colin pointed out, Joseph, when the Belgian hit his hurdle and fell, he almost had to pop up and jump over the one ahead. He did it brilliantly. What about Sam Bennett then, from Essex, went to America for a few years, spent some time with David Oliver at the Howard University, but came home, and the last 18 months have been brilliant for Sam Bennett, particularly this season. And then Trajkovic, who finished behind Sam at the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow just recently, so you got the silver and bronze medalists from those games here. And then in lane 9 it could be Theo Pedre. So Colin, you always get rid of the times here. You know, they're so evenly matched. Who's got the nerves?
Right, yes, this is going to be a race of 2 halves, very much. I mean, Szymański from Poland is an electric starter, so he'll go out very, very quickly. Jason Joseph is his very best, is most probably the strongest finisher. So if Jason is there or thereabouts at hurdle 5, he's going to be dangerous. But what is good about Sam Bennett is that he has the ability to just maintain his form and his great rhythm that he's found at this moment. So that is his real magic. And if he does that, he's not going to be too far from the rostrum.
Well, you saw Colin's incredible times. Championship record looks a little bit beyond these guys, but that's not what's important here. For them, all of them, literally all 8 of them, a chance of a medal at the European Championships. Joseph won a bronze last time round for Switzerland. Can he turn that into gold? Can Szymański carry on his winning ways, taking it outdoors as well as indoors? Men's 110 hurdles final. Sam Bennett going in lane 7. Bennett gets a pretty good start, so does Joseph alongside him. Mathy and Szymański are right up there. Szymański leading this one at the moment. Szymański's got half a metre, Bennett's going backwards. And now comes Joseph. Joseph storming. 13.11. Jason Joseph kept calm, kept it smooth, kept it quick, dancing his way to the gold medal, turned bronze into gold. And that almost followed the script that Colin was talking about. The 3 big names, if you like, the 3 most experienced guys in the field produced the goods, and they produced a cracking race as well. For Szymański, he went out, he had the lead, he had a half a metre at one point, but then they came, and Mathy followed Joseph through but couldn't match the Swiss athlete who just went away to take the gold medal. For Bennett, it's been a great journey, just couldn't quite add another race to it, but he can look back on what's already been a great summer for him, finishing in 7th place. You all right, Colin?
Yeah, no, it was going to be that race of 2 hours, as we said. We know exactly what Jakub could do at the beginning. He exploded, and they just kind of run out of steam themselves. That's just technical endurance, and that's going to come. He's still quite young. So 2 or 3 years' time, he'll be able to keep the momentum of the fluency over the barriers. While Jason himself is just a steady Eddie, and we know once he gets into his rhythm, he's tall, he's rangy, but he's strong. And every time he hits the floor, he drives off his trail leg, goes into the next hurdle, and relies on the fact that he's always on a top of the hurdle, which allows him to come down off it again very quickly, very actively, and keep him going. And that's his strength. So you always, I mean, we know how great the Americans are at this moment in time, and Jamaicans. And if Jason could just kind of match them a little bit sooner around hurdle 4, he would be one of the main contenders.
Yeah, I think it was almost that correction in the semi-final that he just took in his stride so nicely, and that was very impressive. There's the 3 Frenchmen. They got a medal. We'll see more of Wilkes and Pedri. I mean, they're going to have to keep fighting to even get in the French team in championships when some of the bigger names come back, perhaps. But they've acquitted themselves well here. But Joseph is the champion. And Sam Bennett, as I said, has had a great championships, and I think he's with Sarah now.
Reaction after that final, there's disappointment there. Just talk us through that race. It looked like maybe you lost your balance a little bit halfway through.
I was in the place I wanted to be in, and unfortunately I was bashing arms with the guy next to me. You can complain, but ultimately that's the name of the game, and my coach always says you just got to get far enough in front of somebody that they can't touch you. I failed to do that today, but like I said, that's the name of the game. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, because PB in the semi-final to make this final tonight, were the expectations for you to make that final?
No, I think that it would be silly for me to say that. Not many people believed in me for the last however long, so even being here is kind of defying the odds, let alone getting to the final. I know I'm good enough to win that race. I showed it in the heat or the semis or whatever, and like I said, on another day maybe I'd have done it, but not today.
And the consistency that you have found this summer as well, off the back of those years of injury, that must be, you know, really kind of affirming for you to know that actually you're there and you can mix it with them all.
Yeah, you're only as good as your last race, and ultimately nobody's going to see that race. They're going to see the time. And I don't know where it came, 7th or 8th, but yeah, it's not what I wanted. I know I can be there. I trust myself, and I belong there, but that's what I told myself, and hopefully I get to prove it again soon.
Appreciate your time, Sam.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, it wasn't Sam Bennett's race, a great race, and congratulations to Jason Joseph as well, who took the gold. But he said all the right things there, didn't he? That it's learning, and the hurdles obviously is such a lottery, isn't it? You know, you get tangled up with somebody, and that's it, you're off your stride.
It is such a tough event, and I really hope he does believe in himself and he goes away and he's not too disappointed, because he's built on a great season and he raced so well in that semi-finals to get into the final. It was unfortunate that he had a little bit of tussling and, you know, he just lost his balance a bit, but you can see the potential and the talents there. It's just hugely frustrating when you have an opportunity, it doesn't quite go your way.
Okay, well, that was the last event of day 3, but there's more to come. Jeanette is back in the morning at